Hello, subscribers. Back at you. Yeah, so just got back from the boot sale. Didn't do too bad. Didn't get a lot for myself, which is a shame. But considering it was raining, considering it was raining, I got some decent bits. Where do I start? So yeah, this was a really good buy. This was £1. It's a Lego Hero Factory, and it was one of them, to be honest, where I walked away from it and looked it up on eBay and was like, I should have just bought that straight away because I could have lost out there. So yeah, this was only £1 and it'll probably sell for like £20. So I should have just bought that straight out. I took a punt on these Pokemon Pogs. So these were £1 for the lot. It's probably about 15 or something in there. I don't know. Looking at the bottom of the box, it looks like they're probably from HMV. I didn't actually see that when I bought them, but I just thought if I bundle these up, surely there's some profit there. I got this bag of Lego for £3. There's some minifigures in there. There were some other bags there, but I just decided to go with this one because I know the minifigures tend to be worth a little bit. This was definitely one of the buys of the day. This was £3, Pokemon Pearl version. It's got some kind of discoloration in the corner there. Yeah, this will sell well. I mean, I would kind of keep it, but it's kind of... I'm not really a Pokemon sort of fan, so I don't know. I guess if it was mint, I'd probably keep it, but it isn't, so... This was 50p. It's a shame it doesn't have the manual. It's a real shame, because I would have kept that. I mean, I think it trades in for like £3, but I imagine I'll just flock it on eBay. Or I may trade it in, because it hasn't got the manual. And, CX do accept games without manuals. So, annoyingly with this game, it was on a store where there was loads of games, and it was one of them where I was kind of looking through some of them, and before I knew it, there was this guy who was like just rifling through games, and he was like picking out loads, and it was one of them where I was just kind of like a bit like, oh, I wish I was a bit quicker, because he probably picked out things that I would have wanted, but it's just one of them. This is the Prometheus Alien Blu-ray set. She was asking £3. I gave her 2 for it, trades in for a £5, so that's not bad. This was £1. It's a really useful storage box, organizer set. Just for me, really, just to keep little bits and bobs in. It's good for £1. I recently got a couple of them storage boxes to store my Game Boy games in, and I would recommend them. They fit like perfectly, so if anyone's interested in that, let me know and I'll tell you which box it was. And when I say Game Boy games, I mean in the little plastic cases. I don't mean boxed in the cardboard, I mean the carts. So yeah, this low pro bag was £1. I think I saw a low pro bag a few weeks ago, and I left it, and I kind of thought I should have just got that. So I got this one, but yeah, I mean, it's a good buy. It's £1. This would sell for a tenner, but it's one of those things that even if I don't sell it, it's still like really handy because it's obviously well padded, it's sturdy. And I do film it myself, so I can throw a couple of lenses in that or whatever. Really, it's a decent bag. I'll probably make use of it myself, to be honest. When I just want like a stripped down setup, filming wise, my bag is a little bit too small, and I think that would probably be more suitable. I picked up these 2 DS games. I think she said £1 each, and I paid £1.50 for the pair. My Sims trades in for £2. Grey's Anatomy trades in for a bit more, somewhere between £3 and £5, I think. So yeah, decent. This case is so fucked. It's dead. It's dead. But I paid 50p for it, and it trades in for £3. I just need to recase it, I think. But maybe they take it like that and they just recase it. And I've also got these 5 Lego games for the Wii. These are 50p each. I gave her £2 for the 5. With all these games, there is like some water damage, and that's because it was wet. So these were on the floor, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. One thing I would say is I think before I started going to CEX, I wouldn't have really picked up games that were just bollocks, like that case and the water damage and stuff, because I just can't be arsed selling them. But like when you can just trade them in at the CEX, it's so easy. So I'm just like, I'll grab them. As for these 5 games here, I might sell them as a bundle on eBay, or I might just trade them in. But in terms of trading value, I'd double my money or a bit more on all of them, which isn't bad. I got these boots, which are very much not the kind of thing I would usually buy, but I thought they looked nice, and like I asked him how much they were. He said £2, so I thought, well, I might as well just buy them because they're worth £2. You know, the heels are like very minimal wear. They're Timberland. They're nice looking boots. If they were size 10, I'd wear them myself. They're not. They're like size 5.5 UK. But I just thought they were nice boots, and for £2, can't leave them there. So this was the most interesting buy of the day. Basically, I saw a guy with some vinyls, and I started looking through them, and a lot of them were familiar to me. They're kind of noughties time, because basically I had some decks at that time, and the kind of music I was listening to, and the kind of vinyl I was buying was very much this kind of thing. So it's mainly like trance and stuff like that, but also some hip hop in here. So there's some good stuff. Basically, it was all like labeled up at like £2-3. I didn't even look at all of it. I just looked at some. And I said, would you do a bundle deal? And he was like, yeah. He was like, how much you thinking? I don't know if people know what I mean, but I kind of like got the sort of the car boot conscience, if that makes sense. So it's like, there's times when I'm at a boot sale where I feel awkward to like lowball someone or give them less than I think they want, or I think something's worth, or whatever. It's one of those things, like, I just think sometimes there's like a social thing for me where I'm like, I feel awkward to like say, oh, would you take this? So it was one of them a little bit, and I basically just said to him, I said, how much are you thinking? He counted them, and there was like 42 or something. And he was like, oh, £50? And I was like, thinking more like £1 each, really. So we agreed on 40, but it was just one of them where I walked away and I sort of thought, I think really what I wanted to pay for them, in my head originally I was thinking like 50p each. So that would have been £20. But I just felt awkward. I think really what I should have said originally is just gone, I'll give you £30 for them. And kind of gone between, but getting to the point. I still think these were a good buy. I really do. I've looked at a couple of them, like not many, and I just think there's value in here. So I'll go through them. There's obviously a lot, so I'm not going to show you all of them. Dido White Flag, that's a banger. The fuck is that? Glider, Riding High. Another slapper. This is more like a 50 Cent Pimp. You know, that's the kind of thing that I think some people would like. The vinyl looks decent. There's a bit of a scratch there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, DJ Sammy. You know, there's a lot of stuff like that in here. Like stuff that was just super popular in the noughties. Black Eyed Peas, Where's the Lover, or whatever it was. DJ Sammy again. I mean, I could bundle those DJ Sammy records up, no problem. We've got Nelly. I'd say the hip-hop stuff is really where I'd be confident there's value. Like, Pretty Green Eyes. I think some of the trance stuff will be of interest to people. There's Scooter. The Lost Boys, Cry Little Sister. Fuck knows what that is. Polaroid. That kind of looks familiar, but I actually don't know what that is. Voodoo and Serrano Overload. I definitely had that. That's an absolute banger. That's an interesting one. Scissor Sisters. Betty Benassi, I definitely had that. Jürgen Freeze, I remember him. He was absolutely sick. In the noughties, I would say I was big into trance. There's DJ Sammy again. And a lot of that music is really great, you know. Doesn't get played a lot now, but there's Ian Van Dahl. These are more interesting. That's in good nick as well. Terror Squad, Lean Back. Obviously, that's a classic hip-hop song. Like Glue, Sean Paul. Fat Man Scoop. Be Faithful. That was obviously a massive hit at the time. The trance stuff, I think it'll sell. I mean, I could definitely bundle it up and sell it, I'm sure. So yeah, I think I'll do alright there. So yeah, that's everything. So yeah, like I said, really, I think it wasn't a bad day. I think there's some decent profit there. There's some nice bits and bobs. I just feel exhausted now, but that's my lot anyway, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I need your support desperately. And until the next time, I will say, bless.